Hey guys, a couple things to note for this method of webbed hand is that the latex is very strong and lightweight. You maintain full hand movement and grip of anything you pick up. The finish is translucent one, so it gives you the idea of membrane, but this is a one-way illusion, so the palm of your hand does not look nearly as good as the back. That being said, let's move on with the tutorial. For this, you will want a surface that the latex can pull off of, so something like MDF board that I'm using here, or a binder, or anything plastic will totally work. From there, you want to sketch out your hand shape and try to spread your fingers as wide as you can, and then you can draw in the membrane shape between them. From there, you want to take latex. I am using molding latex, so it is a little bit stronger than regular cosmetic latex, but you can also get away with whatever you can find in stores. Maybe just do a few more layers than I do. And from there, you want to take sponges that you are happy to throw away afterwards and just start patting it on. I focused the thicker layers towards where the fingers would meet with the hand, and then tried to keep it as light as I could outwards towards the end of the membranes. Because molding latex is stronger, I only did 4 coats of this. If you're using regular cosmetic latex, I would say maybe go for about 7 coats. And then from there, you want to take a powder, whether baby powder or face powder, whatever, and just kind of go over all of the latex so that it won't stick to itself when you pull it off the board. To paint mine, I did use an alcohol activated paint because it can maintain some translucency when it's on the latex, but you of course can use whatever you have lying around or whatever works for you. Grease paints work really well on latex. You could even get away with using a watered down acrylic. Whatever you have at hand, you can make work for this. I tried to focus most of the color on the lower points of the webbing where the fingers meet the hands. That way it would almost fade itself outwards towards the edge of the latex where the membranes should be thinnest. When you're happy with that, give it one last good powder just before you start lifting it off. And for that, I started by just kind of lifting with my thumb the inner part, and once you get a pull, you want to just start pushing powder underneath that side as well. That way the latex won't fold in on itself and stick to the other latex. So then you'll be left with this lovely scrap of latex. The advantage of having painted with your hand underneath, I left those areas without color. That way I can see where the fingers are actually supposed to go still, since they are not really painted. And then taking some scissors, I started trimming out those edges, making them a lot smoother to where the webbing ends would be. And then if you're happy with that, you can move on to attaching it. So for this, I used Prozaid adhesive. It is a medical grade adhesive for prosthetics. Nice thing about this is that you apply it on white, and once it goes clear, you know you are ready to apply it. This is a contact cement style adhesive, so you need to apply it both to the prosthetic and your hand. When both the hand and the prosthetic have dried clear, you can then start pressing it down. I started with the thumb since that has kind of the weirdest curve to it. And then as you move along, you can literally just press down your fingers onto those areas and it will immediately stick. Once you have the base stickiness down, then you can go back and attach better the areas on the inside of the palm that maybe didn't get glued down, especially on the thumb area on that curve. You can see here why the inside of the palms for this tutorial are not going to look phenomenal by the end, but the effect on the opposite side is really good. So if you're either doing photo shoots or, like myself, doing a makeup look, it will totally work for that. From here, I do end up painting it more, but I did it when I actually filmed my mermaid tutorial, so this is it for the base structure. From there, you can paint it any way you want. As you can see, you get full movement of your hand. You can open and close your fingers. When your hands are closed, the webbing is almost entirely hidden, and then the effect is given when you actually spread out your fingers. You could, of course, incorporate veining onto the webbing themselves, any other color combinations, whatever you're after. But that is it for this webbed hand tutorial. I hope it can help some of you guys, give you some ideas. And please check out my mermaid tutorial that will be following later today. Thanks, guys.
I'm so in love.